corn. Statewide.
There's one more round of the playoffs before the Dakota Bowl, and one of the 9-man semifinals is a battle between third-ranked and undefeated New Salem Elmont Glen Ullin and 7-1 the Skyhawks from Shiloh Christian. And as Ryan Farrell tells us, it's a rematch of one of the more exciting games of the regular season.
New Salem Glen Ullin handed Shiloh Christian their only loss in Week 8 of the regular season. Holstein's wide receiver Garrett Superior knows they can't depend on running back Braden Zuroff to dig them out of another 2-touchdown deficit.
We came out really slow against them, and we were down 2 touchdowns. But then we had Braden step up and make some big plays for us to keep us in the game. So now we just gotta get everyone involved and have everyone come out and be good.
Skyhawks head coach Fanon Barker is well aware his defense will have their hands full with all the talent the Holsteins have on offense.
They have really explosive players, not only on the outside but in the backfield with Zuroff, and then you got to deal with Hankey. You know, he's a big kid. He's an all-state quarterback. He does a great job not only throwing the ball but also running the ball, and they were able to control and pretty much dictate to us whatever they wanted to do. So we're gonna have to do a much better job than we did last time if we expect to win.
While Coach Barker has high praise for quarterback Evan Hinkey, it's Hinkey who has been impressed with the Skyhawks quarterback.
New quarterback this year, Jaden Mitchell, he's done a really great job for him, I thought, on film. Watching him, he really plays really well in that position. Shiloh's always a good running team. They're always aggressive and tough, and the last 3 years we've played them, and they have always been a huge opponent to us, and they're always super tough.
Holstein's head coach Steve Kleingen has reiterated to his team they're only one game away from returning to the Dakota Bowl.
That's the bottom line, is it's down to a one-game deal now to make it to the Dakota Bowl. So, you know, we got to focus on Saturday, and we just have to have confidence in ourselves, in our ability, and go out and play a hard football game. And we know, let the chips fall where they may, but because we've got nothing right now to be, you know, to worry about except for playing hard on Saturday.
The winner of this Region 5 rematch will head to the Dakota Bowl. For NBC North Dakota Sports, I'm Ryan Farrell.
And since the Holsteins are the #1 seed in the region, Saturday's game is in New Salem with a 2 o'clock start time. Well, the Eagles have the best record in the NFL, and Carson Wentz is the NFC Offensive Player of the Month. But that did not stop Philly from trying to improve the offense by trading for a running back from Miami this week. The Philadelphia offense should be tested this weekend. Wentz and the Eagles play the Denver Broncos.
As our game plan, we'll stay the same. We're always an aggressive team, but again, like you said, this is a great defense. You know, they do fly around, they make plays. It's one of the better defenses we'll face all year. They're talented. They're talented, obviously, with Von Miller over there. You got to always know where he's at. You know, there's a reason he's always talked about as one of the best players in the league, and it shows up on tape. It shows up on tape. So we'll be aggressive. We'll keep our same kind of game plan, but we'll be smart with how we attack it.
And the former Century Patriots quarterback has thrown for over 2,000 yards with 19 touchdowns. Well, it's a WDA rematch with a trip to the Dakota Bowl on the line, and the Century football team hosting Minot in the AAA semifinals on Friday. Century advanced to the AAA second round with an extremely close win over Fargo Davies.
You know, you look at the turnover ratio, we were a -3, and I think, you know, the kids understood that, you know, if you're going to do that in high school football, you're giving up about 3 possessions, and that's huge. And fortunately, the last 5 possessions, they didn't get a first down, and our defense really rose to the occasion, and we were able to put a few points up on